Good morning, everyone. God bless. Today Sunday. It's very early in the morning. We changed the time last night. I couldn't sleep. My room got hot. So with that said, I'm up early. So I decided to do a video because I wanted to show you my new palette that I bought from Avon. It's FMG Cashmere. This is how big the palette is. It's very nice. It's called Essential Eyes. So I bought like the neutral shades because you know me, I like neutral. And this is what it looks like. I did my nails last night. They're gels. Madam Glam sent me a kit for me to do a review, which I'm in love. I gotta buy more colors. And I'm saving so much money doing my gels at home. So this is one of the colors they sent me. It's a neutral shade, nothing fancy. So these are the shades that comes with. And let me see, I think these are the two that are like kind of semi-shimmer. Some of them are mattes, but they're beautiful. They're very, very beautiful. This looks like mauve shades here. And then this has like neutrals. So I'm gonna stand back so you can see it. Very pretty. So I'm gonna try that today. I'm also trying their Cashmere Eyeliner. They swear that it's 24-hour cream liner. And you know how I am. I've been using my Pharmacy eyeliners and from Persona. They like stay put. So I'm testing this out for the first time and I'm hoping I do not get raccoon eyes because you know how I get. I did buy another, you know I like my Pharmacy. If you watch my other videos, when I was just only using Avon before I discovered Pharmacy, this is the only mascara I was able to use because this is from all their entire line. This thing did not give me raccoon eyes, and it's a very good mascara. So I bought another one just to try it out again, see how it is. I mean, I know how it is, but I just bought another one. Okay, with that said, also I am going to use my Cashmere lip cream, and this is a very neutral shade. It's called Matte Nude. Oh, I actually have it in my hand. This is, see the Cashmere lip cream? So it's Cashmere lip cream, and it's Matte Nude. So I was playing with what kind of lip liner, what kind of lip liner I want to use with it. So I'm going to use the one that's closer to it for today. So that's what I'm going to try today. And also I'm going to use their concealer, Cashmere Complexion. And I'm in the shade, oh my God, M-O-C-H-I. Don't know what that means. So, with that said, I'm not doing foundation because, you know, if you know me, I'm not too fond of using foundation. I just don't like it. But if I have to go to like an event or something and I have to really even out my skin, I will do it. My husband always brings me coffee every Sunday morning while I'm doing my makeup or hair or whatever. Oh, it feels good, especially when you have your throat kind of semi-dry. So with that said, I am going to start. Every video I watch of makeup artists, they start with their eyes first and then work on the foundation or concealer just in case there's fallout, it's easier to clean. So I am going to do that today. I'm not used to doing that, but I'm going to. Does that make sense? So for my eyebrows, I am going to try to keep them as natural as possible. I got my makeup in this little bag here that I use daily. And then the rest in this little pink thing. I got rid of a whole bunch of makeup because if you watch a lot of YouTubers, they have tons of makeup. Well, they get a lot of makeup too for those that's, you know, their job. But this is not my job. Wish it was, but it's not. And so my eyebrows have been like growing. They're growing thicker, if you notice. But there's still sparse. And I know I got white hairs. My daughter's gonna touch it up on the 15th. I mean, I'm 50, I'll be 54 this month. So nothing I can do about that, ladies. So my goal is just to fill in as much as I can my brows. My eyebrows. My brows. My skin looks shiny is because I'm moisturized. Gotta moisturize your skin in order for your makeup to go on nicely. So all I'm doing is like kind of like filling in any gaps. That's all I'm doing, because I want to keep my eyebrows naturally, because I've seen women that's like they draw on. It's like they filled it in slightly and then they drew the outside. It's so fake. It doesn't look well. It doesn't look nice. So this is what I'm doing. And my lighting, because I used to have my ring like right in front of me, so the lighting was all even. So now I got this little one that's right there. I don't want to move it. I used to be very sparse here, like very sparse, and it was making me very self-conscious to the point that I was spraying stuff on my scalp or using powder just to fill in the gaps and so it won't look so noticeable. And these vitamins are amazing. I've been using it, I think, for 2 years now, and I've seen a difference. I got pictures also, so I want to do a video of that. How to fill it in. There, I think that's okay. Then I'm going to go in with my brow tint. This is brow tint. And what this does is kind of covers my hair. It like paints my hair. Does that make sense? You know what? I want to use the other one, because I think this is like running out. So I'm not sure. Let me see. I think it's empty. We'll see. We'll play by ear. So it's just like I'm painting my hairs. So what I do is carefully I coat the hairs on the opposite direction to cover each strand. I gotta make sure I don't have like a, okay. And then my hair gets in the way, and then I carefully brush it. And what this does is like paints my hair. So if I have any little tiny white hairs, that makes my eyebrow look sparse when in fact they're white hairs that don't show, then this little, it's like a little mascara for your eyebrows. Basically. So I would, because it's early and I'm, you know. So with that said, now I'm going to do my eyes. Now because I don't have anything on my eyes and it's going to be a long day because it's very early, I need to put some type of eyelid primer. So I'm using the one that I have from Morphe, just because I need eyelid primer. It's very early and I want my eyeshadow to last. So put that on my eyelid, and it also cancels out any veins or anything that might be causing some type of shadow on my eyes that might interfere with how my eyeshadow might look. So I'm doing this. And I got you at a different angle because, like I said, my real lines now, it's kind of sideways, so it's bent. And then I have this little one here. So I'm trying with my setup here. And I just realized I still haven't even did a video of my new room. What I did yesterday was my husband had his clothes here. This closet is bigger. And then I had this little tiny closet in my bedroom with my clothes. So I'm like, okay, he has to go into my beauty office room to get his clothes, but mine should be here. So while he was taking my dog a bath, I told my son, I go, we got this much time to hurry up and change everything. And I just got done switching all my summer clothes to my fall and winter clothes. So everything was nicely organized. So basically just like grabbed it, carried it, and switched everything. So it went very quickly and fast, but it worked. And he's like, oh, so you're kicking me out of the room, you know, being funny. But it turned out fine. You know, the amount of clothes that he had was perfect for that space, because he had this huge closet and this little tiny space of his clothes, and the rest was empty. And then I had all this clothes, and I'm gonna put out a picture. I had all these clothes and shoes stuck in this little spot, because my house is not a, you know, new house, so it was how I say, closets were not made very big. So I'm using I have to wash my brushes, people. So because of that, I'm using my Avon brushes. I do have several brushes. I did get rid of a whole bunch of brushes. So I'm using my Avon brushes. They do have Avon brushes, and they're really good brushes. I can't complain. They're very good, sleek and black. This is very, you know, nice and dense, but very soft at the same time. They got some crease brushes for your eyes, for the blushes or contouring. This I had from Mark when they had Mark, for those who remember. I bought this brush from them and I've had it for years. You could tell by how worn it is, but it's the best brush ever. This is like high quality. So I like using this when I put shimmer or something. Sorry, I keep looking at the red dot. I'm trying to be good with that. So now because I put this, I have to put a neutral shade on there. Or what I'm gonna do better yet is just I'm gonna just take some of my Avon setting powder and just set that. Because the palette I have does not have a neutral matte. So this is just to set it. Okay. But the quality of this brush is so amazing. I wish Avon comes with really good quality brushes. That'd be nice. So with that said, I got brushes all over the place, so I just gotta like, oh, okay. So let me see what color I'm going to. This has a merle, so I'm gonna just go transition over, excuse me, to that. Let me see what. Okay, so I do have a crease brush, so let me see what color. I want to keep up. I'm kind of debating what to do because there's so many shades. So I'm just gonna stay with, I think I'm gonna do this side here. Kind of like that. The mauve color. Mauve looks very nice with brown eyes. So I'm gonna put that in the crease without blocking you. Okay, this brush is, this is a crease brush, but it's too thin. So I'm just gonna get a bigger brush from you on. That's more denser too. Much better. Now remember, my skin, I haven't put nothing on my skin yet, so. Okay, it's just fallout, just a little bit. It's nothing major. So, my hair's growing. Remember how short it was and angled? I don't know why I did that, like I cut it. It was a moment that I just wanted something different and I went into an angle bob and I'm like, then when it started getting hot and I couldn't pick it up into a messy bun. So by next year, my hair will be nice and long, back to it how it was. So I'll be able to do those nice, cute, messy buns on hot days. Okay, I'm looking at, when I'm trying eyeshadow out, because I've got name brands of eyeshadow. I look for quality, pigmentation, stuff like that. And this is all right, but I feel like I'm layering this light color in order to show, unless that's the intention, to be like neutral. So I'm gonna go with the middle shade here. That's a little bit tap darker. And see, same brush. See how that goes on. Okay, so it's buildable. Okay, that's okay. Not bad, it's not bad. Okay. I tap it because I take the excess off. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. I have hooded eyes because I'm aging. So what I do is I put the eyeshadow right above my hooded, the excess skin that's hanging. I put it on top to create the illusion that I have a crease. And I probably, if you see my other videos, I probably said that many times. So, okay. I like that. Then I'm gonna take this little smaller crease brush because I'm gonna go with this darker shade here on the bottom. And I'm gonna focus on this corner here. Now this was supposed to be a darker shade, but it's not coming. It's coming on very light, like, I mean, it's good for individuals who like subtle stuff. I'm trying to make this part here darker. But, I mean, it's my light. No, it's good. It's going. Okay. If you notice, I'm moving myself constantly because my lighting has changed on me and I don't want to block you. So, okay. So, I see. Okay. See, with the amount that I put on my brush and how light is going on, it's bothering me. It's bothering me. Oh. Yeah, because that should have been like black, like dark, for the amount that I put on this brush. I'm not saying it's not pretty, because it's pretty and soft, but I'm just like, oh. Maybe it's the brush, because these are clean brushes, and when you wash your brushes, the way it picks up the eyeshadow also, for some reason, changes. I know my throat's kind of dry because it's so early. So I'm gonna switch brushes, and I'm gonna use my Persona brush because it's very dense. This is what it looks like. Persona. So I'm gonna try that one. Already, how the difference, how I picked up the eyeshadow. So I'm gonna tap it just so, and to see the difference. Total difference. See the difference? It was a brush. So that's why before I you know, kind of like give my final opinion on an eyeshadow palette or something, check your brushes. So, yep, it was the brushes, the brush. Because now it picked up what I wanted. Total difference. See? Picked up the amount I wanted. I'm hoping this lighting is not too light, too bright. Okay, once I put it, I'm packing it where I need it to be at. But once it's packed where I wanted it, then I'll take another brush and blend it. I'm trying not to block you. Okay. So I got a mirror in the front of me, even though I'm blind, I can't see it, but. Okay, then I'm gonna take another brush and blend that. You have to blend it, so look. I've been into, like, again, like my priorities are changing, you know, now I've been blessed, and within the pandemic, I got hired as a center director where I work at, in Head Start. Head Start's a preschool program. I love it. It's been around since 1965, and it, just like the name says, gives a head start to children, low-income families, or low-income families, helping them, just get them a head start in their education, working with the family as a whole, not just the children. We got our nurses, we got our social services, we got a whole group of individuals that work with the family as a whole. So it's not just, oh, it's a preschool program or a daycare. No, it's not. It's more than that. I mean, we work closely with the schools, like I mentioned, because some kiddos, they turn 5 after September 1st, so they can't go to kindergarten here in Pennsylvania. So this is where we come in. Okay, so I kind of like that. Very nice. So I want to do an eyeliner. I want to try their eyeliner. Where is it? Where did I put their eyeliner at? Oh, here it goes. This is a very nice, what's this side? Okay, this is the pencil. That's what the pencil looks like. And the shade I picked, I think it was brown, because they only had 3 shades. This is the shade After Dark. Ooh. Oh, and this is a little sponge thing, I guess, to smear it. I've never used that before, so we'll see. So this is super creamy. What I'm gonna do is keep it towards the outside. Okay, so, oh, see, I got a little bit fallout. See, it's on you. That's why it's good not to put nothing there. My room is so hot, so what I'm gonna do is like create a small wing like that. But so far I could see that this eyeliner is gonna be very. Now I checked to make sure that my wings are the same. And then this brush, I forgot it has that little thing. I'm gonna try something. Oh no, that's stuck on there. This eyeliner ain't going nowhere, which I like. But I wanna make that a little bit more subtle. So let me see, this palette did have shimmer. So I'm going to use this shimmer here. But I am going to, let me see, what brush do I want to use with that? Use a thin brush, okay, yeah. Take the excess off. Let me see. That's very bright. I mean, I like the pigmentations on this palette, but it's just, I don't know, it's very subtle. I don't know. I mean, you can how you say it? I can't even speak. It's buildable. What I'm gonna do is go over that eyeliner with that dark eyeshadow. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm using a Morphe M213 brush from Morphe. Look how thin that is. So that's what I'm gonna do to just like soften that up. Since I put the shimmer over it. Not sure, guys. Remember, we're doing this, we're trying this palette out together today. I never used it. So, and I checked my work. I want it darker in the corner. I'm not sure if this lighting is really tricking me, and I don't want to go downstairs when I'm done and look very dark. Does that make sense? Okay, let me finish the face and I'll go back to it. Like, I mean, it's pretty, but I'm not sure. It's just like the pigmentation is not, and the brush kind of didn't help either. Sorry guys if I take my breaks for my coffee. I need that. So let me do that mascara. Oh my god, I haven't done this mascara for a while because I've been into so much for the pharmacy, because finally I found a brand that could use all their mascaras and don't give me raccoon eyes from Avon. This is the only one that doesn't give me raccoon eyes. So I gotta curl my lashes. I used to use, people like swear by these little things, and for me it always curled my eyelashes weird, and then when I put mascara it's just like a total mess. But then she told me that, I mean, I watched a video and they said you have to curl them a certain way, and then like then go back and do it again, a different angle. Okay, then before I put my mascara, I just go back and slightly like comb out my hairs with my fingers. Oh, I missed you, Avon mascara. Okay, because it's new, I'm gonna have to do the, because when you open new mascara, it's like, I'm gonna go on. Oh my god, I'm telling you, this mascara did not give me raccoon eyes. And I hope they didn't change the formula, because sometimes some companies, they make something that works, it's really nice, and they change it on you. Oh, yep, still good. And their brush is really nice. I think that's what creates that really nice, see, that's just one coat so far. Like you saw, I just started. Like I was saying, people, my life is changing. I'm sorry, it's very early in the morning. You know, you get up and your throat's dry, and I haven't drinking water. I'm just drinking coffee. But my priorities change, and because of my job and all the deadlines and tasks that I have to do with my staff, observations, monitoring, and all that. And then at the end of the month, we have to send all the stuff, certain stuff, to our supervisors or something, or other people, and then CC our supervisors. So I got into Franklin Covey. I'm reading his book. I'm halfway done. I haven't finished it. I probably mentioned this in my other video. I haven't finished it because I'm applying it. So back in '97, when I was a bilingual sexual assault counselor with the YWCA, I used my Franklin planner. Like I was into my Franklin planner. Like in my department, a lot of people had the Franklin planner. It kept us organized because we had to do appointments with our clients. So I used it, and I regret for getting rid of my planner, because it would have been like antique, but it was such a good quality, so I gave it to the thrift store. Regret it every moment. Oh, it was such a good planner too. It was a 1.5 ring. The one I have now, I bought used. It's a 1.25. I do have a red one that I bought for wire bound, but the wire bound's wasn't working for me, so I went to a ring. So I could organize. So I have like a notebook for my workout, you know, to track my workout. You know, I might note for note. You know, I just had so many notebooks. And with the ring binder, I'm able to keep everything in one place using that.
And my husband says, "You're always saying nice stuff like that." Okay.
So so that's what I've been doing. I want to focus. I want to get more closer to God. He has blessed me and my family so much. That's why I was MIA, because my daughter had a baby and she's so stinking cute. Okay, one coat, so I'm gonna go with coat number 2. Does this make my eyelashes super long? No, but it makes them nice enough that I'm happy with. I wasn't blessed with long lashes like my granddaughter was, or my grandkids. So I'll speed up this part. So, oh, I need this. I need a mirror because I'm so blind. So I'm going to use the Cashmere concealer. I'm very moisturized here, so that's good. So I'm aging, so I got brown spots going on. See, they're forming right here. But you know what? I don't care. I like them. Some women, like, they got to cover them. I'm like, no, they show, they show. Now concealer, like I said, I don't like nothing on my face, but I do want to light colors bring out stuff, dark colors bring in. So does that make sense? So this is drooping here, so it creates a shade. See, if I lift it, it's gone, but if I let it go, it creates a shade. I'm aging, you know, what can I say? Here, my eyes, I have like, it's dark, but it's also, I have little purple veins right there. So what I'm gonna do is just focus on the corner here carefully, because you know I did my makeup. And this is where I'm going to put it here. I want to lighten this up here because I want to bring it out. This is dark shade. I want to bring it out. So I'm going to put this here. Is it going to be perfect? No, but it gives that illusion. Then here, I got veins that makes this part look dark. See? I'm not sure if you can see it. So, I'll cover that up a little bit. Not a lot. My face, look how red it's here. That's because I have psoriasis, but not the peeling one. So I'll just put a little bit right here just to even it out. More on this side. So one side's redder than the other. I don't know why. So I'm gonna take my concealer brush. This brush is from Ever. It's a concealer brush. So I start with this area here. Tap it in, because I'm tapping it so it could go into the skin. Because if I swirl this, I'm removing it. And I don't want to remove it. The brush. And then I could like have more control without messing up my makeup. See? It's tiny. So I have more control. Finger, my ring finger. And I'm going to tap that in. Because my fingers are warm. And it just melts that product in. See, that's what I'm doing. Pressing it into my skin. And then go outward. Pressing it and going outward. Okay? There. So it's concealed enough. See? Without overdoing it. Now I'm going to set that. And I want to set it on MAC. It's a powder, but it's foundation powder. But it's perfect. So it's not, it goes on.
I can't talk. So I'm just going to shut up and put the powder on my face.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to, this is my brush, because that's too overly fluffy. Okay, this is better. So I'm setting everything. Because this is a foundation powder. Yeah, it's a Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. So I'm using it as a powder. I'm in the NW22. There, that's two. The shadow up here. Hopefully my daughter could do my hair in the 15 and then cover all those white hairs. I was like tempted to just let it grow out, but then my husband's like, oh no. I'm like, okay. So I want to add the color blush. That's a nice shade. It's like a peach shade. So it's real pretty. See, real pretty. My brush is shedding. And because this side is redder than this side, so I have to like put more on this side to even that out. Because even though you saw I put that concealer there, still it just like looks darker. So now again, the lighting, you know, I'm sorry, I'm just testing, make sure that my color it's even. I wonder if I could put some in my ring finger, put in my lip. Oh, that's pretty. Since the other one wasn't showing. Just putting it right here in the center. Oh, that was pretty. Right there in the center, only. There, I'm gonna keep it like that. I like that. Now the bottom of my eye looks very pale, so I kind of want to even it out. Does that make sense? Because it looked like too plain. So I'm gonna take a pencil brush. I don't got my glasses on, so I have to squint to see. So I'm gonna clean out the brush, and what I'm going to do is take a shade from here, the Cashmere palette. I'm gonna take this mauve color here, very light mauve color that I started with, and put that in the bottom here. This will bring everything together. See, it brings everything together, so it looks so pale. A light coat of mascara. The bottom lashes. Carefully, you don't poke your eye. Don't want to do that. Yes, when we do makeup, we do faces. Don't tell me you don't. I'm not gonna believe you. Because I've seen so many YouTube videos that they do the makeup and they do all these faces. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so let's do the other side. Let's see if I don't have to. What I notice is I haven't been wearing falsies for a while. I mean, in forever. I have not worn falsies. And I'm still, my eyelashes, they break. It's because you're aging. But also be careful, don't rub your eyes. I've noticed I rub my eyes when they itch or something, and that breaks your eyelashes. Or when you remove your makeup, don't rub too hard. Because again, that will break your eyelashes. So what I do is once I put the product on my brush, just separating some of my eyelashes here. So what I do is, oh, that's not there. I just put the eye makeup remover on the pad, my pad, and just press on it for a few seconds. And it'll just like kind of like soften the product, and it's easier to remove and it's more gentle. So, you know. So now I want to try my lips. Let me see. Even I'm gonna eat some cereal, but it's okay. This is a light color. Okay, this don't really show. Let me try it anyways. Yes, it does. Okay. This color is actually almost the shade of my lips. Really cool.
I was blessed with small lips. The bottom one is normal, and then the top one is like no lip. Like I'm like, what? Like, what the heck? What happened?
Okay. Let's see. I haven't worn this color for a while either. Oh, this is nude. a new color. It feels creamy. I'm not sure if it's a matte. I don't remember it being a matte. It's been a while that I used this, so it's not bad. Oh, I kind of like that. Guys, this is a look that I've created using my new Cashmere Eye Palette, the pencil. The pencil stays in place. So guys, if you do decide to get it, I'll leave the link below. Be careful. Okay. And the mascara I use is the Avon True Color Super Extend Nourishing Mascara. So it nourishes your eyelashes. And trust me, it stays all day. It's the black container, but then it has like a rose gold lid on top, which is real pretty. So, also my nails, I'll leave the link down below. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, share this video. And my hair's growing, look at it. It's growing finally. I mean, it's longer in the back. Yeah, finally. So thank you again. You'll be watching. My next video is going to be an unboxing. I have another package coming, and so my videos gonna be skincare, makeup, planning, probably more planning, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about because you're gonna see stuff written in there. But I don't mind sharing. But I'm gonna make sure that I don't put people's names, just initials, to protect them. Okay, so God bless. Have a beautiful day and week. Bye.